الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على فاطمة وأبيها وبعلها وبنيها والسر المستودع فيها بعدد ما أحاط به علمك والعن من آذى نبيك فيها. قال سيدنا ومولانا الإمام جعفر بن محمد الصادق عليه السلام: اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. لا يكون العبد عالما حتى لا يكون حاسدا لمن فوقه ولا محقرا لمن دونه. Of course, everyone wants to be a knowledgeable person, at least in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because knowledge is different from information. Knowledge is that information that can enlighten the heart and penetrate the heart. Knowledge is something that if you have even a tiny amount of that knowledge, you will be having a lot. Knowledge is something that Al-Imam As-Sadiq alayhi salam told Imran. Yes. One of the people who visited him, and he was 98 years old, Al-Imam alayhi salam told him, ليس العلم بالتعلم وإنما هو نور يقذفه الله في قلب من يريد أن يهديه. Learning is not knowledge. Learning is the way to gain knowledge, and knowledge is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put in the heart of whoever He wants and He wills. It's different. Shaitan has information, but is not alim. Is he a knowledgeable person? No. But he has. Even enemies of Ahlul Bayt, in ziyarat, Allah, when he said, وَأَلْزَمَ أَعْدَاءَكَ الْحُجَّةِ مَعَ مَا لَكَ مِنَ الْحُجَّةِ الْبَالِغَةِ. They know more than us sometimes. In terms of hujjah and proof, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to punish them for their deeds. That's why He provides them with more proof that this person is hujjatullah. Yet he doesn't have knowledge. And Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, whoever wants to be knowledgeable, he needs to have two merits, two descriptions. He needs to be defined by two descriptions. لا يكون العبد عالما. So he should be abd first, a slave of Allah. Then he can be a knowledgeable person. حتى لا يكون حاسدا لمن فوقه. Until he doesn't feel jealous about whoever is above him. Envy. He doesn't have any envy, any jealous. That person has, mashallah, good luck, alhamdulillah. Allah gave him, probably he deserves, I don't know. Well, he's not that good person. Probably his parents were good. I don't know. Probably in the future he would be good. Probably I can see only the bad side of that person, but he has some good side. I don't know. I ignore. Or probably Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing him with that as He was testing Qarun. I don't know. So why do you feel jealous when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving? That woman is more beautiful than me, and that person is richer than me, more knowledgeable, smarter than me. So what? Well, yeah, I deserve more, man. Why? Who says that? You claim. If a poor or two poors came to me and I give one of them $1,000, the other one $10,000, can the one who receives $1,000 object and say, why? Why you gave that person 10 grand and me 1 grand? That's my money. It's my wealth. I gave you what I loved to give you. That's it. I'm happy with that. Why? It's not your business. It's not your business. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to somebody, it's not my business. أَمْ يَحْسِدُونَ النَّاسَ عَلَى مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. The first sin that enemies of Ahlul Bayt used to fill in was al-hasad. So did they hate Ahlul Bayt? Yes. Why? Because they feel jealous about it. Hasad. It's a big problem. Hasad is a big problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't consider a slave as knowledgeable person unless if he doesn't feel jealous and doesn't let the envy enter and penetrate his heart about somebody who is above him, really above him. Let's say really above him, which is very important. And if you put that in your mind, you can get rid of hasad that Allah gave him, He can give me. And probably I don't deserve, or probably it's not good for me to have more than that. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى أَنْ رَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. If someone starts to feel that the self-sufficiency, he will start to be a taghi, a tyrant. يَطْغَى أَنْ رَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. That's why usually Allah, with those who are good people, usually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them in need towards something in the dunya. Probably sickness, money, when they don't have, the security. One of my friends just contacted me today. His voice was shaking. Just yesterday, in a single attack, the enemy slaughtered 22 people, kids, women of his family side. 22 kids, women, old men. They don't have any other place to go. It's their village. They don't know how to migrate. They don't have wealth. Probably, I don't know. Or they don't want to go. It's their city. Why should they go? 22. We are sitting here. نعمتان مجهولتان. Two favors and sustenance and ni'mah and bounties of Allah that people underestimate. الصحة والأمان. The security and being sahih al-jism, being what? Healthy. Without any نعمتان. When you get a pain and you cannot sleep at that night, you will remember. And when you don't know, my friends contacted me telling me that every day when I wake up, I check my phone to see who got massacred, who got killed. Subhanallah. So we don't know. So why you feel jealous? Probably this person was 2 months ago somebody. I used to say, yes, is above me. But we don't know the imtihan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course we pray for those who got martyred. Pray for them and ask for their intercession because they are innocent kids and old men. Innocent in all laws around the globe. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate their status so they can be resurrected with Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. But this is the life. One day it's hard for me, another day it's hard for you, and etc. وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. This is the sunnah of Allah. One day I feel secure, the other day you feel secure. And that's it. I'm healthy today, tomorrow you are healthy, and after tomorrow I die. And that's it. So why feel jealous about somebody? So لا يكون العبد عالما حتى لا يكون حاسدا لمن فوقه ولا محقرا لمن دونه. And he doesn't belittle whoever is what? Behind him. Has less knowledge, has less money, even has less faith. There's a problem. We are not allowed to mock people. I've seen people mocking which I don't like. Other sects, other faiths, other religion, mocking an atheist, we are not allowed. When you see, yes, we're not saying that we accept that, but say Alhamdulillah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Belittle you now. And probably tomorrow, he gains the faith and I lose the faith. Who knows? So, to be considered as knowledgeable in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we need at least to have two merits. Defined with two merits. The first one, put aside envy. The second one, do not humiliate anyone. Humiliation is very bad. Because I'm above him. It's takabbur. You're not above anyone. And I'm not above anyone. In a narrated by Imam Rida alayhi afdal salatu wassalam, he says, لا يجد عبد طعم الإيمان حتى يعلم أن جميع الناس أفضل. A slave of Allah would not taste the taste of Iman. Iman has a taste, but we don't know what is the taste of Iman. Unless if we see everyone better than us, even a non-believer, because if he was raised in my community, probably he would act better. I don't know. I thank Allah. I'm not going to lose my faith, but I'm not going to see anyone above myself. Anyone. I'm not going to belittle. I'm not allowed to belittle anyone. I cannot see myself above any person. It's hard, huh? If you see people worshiping mice, I don't know. Worshipping, I don't know. They don't worship anything. Worshipping suns, fire. That's wrong in accordance to our belief. But we are not allowed to belittle them. To belittle them, to humiliate them. Because guidance is from Allah. And if we are guided, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided us. It's not from our within. So we shouldn't have an ego, arrogance that's wrong. Yeah. And life, the good thing about life, and of course the one who administers the life, 2 weeks ago until now, or I can say 2 weeks ago until an hour ago, everything probably. Yes, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Until yesterday. And suddenly everything starts to change. We don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is behind everything. وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرٌ مَاكِرِينَ. And Allah teaches us in this dunya. But some people like to learn from the hard ways. I'd like to see if I make an accident while I'm driving 100 kilometers, what is the feeling? Don't try that. Don't try it. Well, I'd like to see, I'd like to experience that. Don't try it. It's irrational. Irrational. But somebody like to have that. Okay, why do you like to learn? Go and read, and you will understand. Go and see the statistics, and you will understand. No, I like to feel it. What do you mean you like to feel it? Are you stupid? This is it. So Allah teach us. Let's learn of Ahlul Bayt's narrations. Let's learn of Quran. Let's take the ibrah, the lesson of Quran and Ahlul Bayt's teachings. Before we experience that, before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala imposed that on us, let's learn. If we learn, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala usually won't impose His hard laws on us. Usually. Allah yarham. May Allah's mercy covers all scholars or believers. A scholar was in Mashhad, Ayatollah Sheikh Hassan Ali Marwari. I met him too many times and I benefited of him. of his knowledge. He used to say, I always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to let me enter heaven through the door of shukr and not through the door of sabr. اجعلني من الشاكرين وادخلني الجنة من باب الشاكرين وليس من باب الصابرين. Sabr is good, but shukr is better. So if you try your best, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't, in most cases, won't hit you, with what? With hard trial. Oh. We all ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enlighten our hearts with the knowledge of Quran and with the knowledge of the Prophet and his progeny, and to give us the tawfiq to stay always on the right path and to make us